Hello, and this is Moonfire Magic. I'm going to do a 3-card pull, advice for the day or message. I am using my Light Seers tarot deck. This is my all-time favorite tarot deck ever made. It is so beautiful. So I already shuffled. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the first card. I'm not really going to do any particular like past, present, like spots with it. I'm just going to pull it and see what my intuition says. So the first card out is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, you can see this girl. She's got scales on her arm, which is a representation of justice and balance, which tells me that she's trying to make some sort of balanced decision, but there is a lot of confusion going on up in her mind space. You've got these crows, and they're they're cawing, they're loud. There's maybe a lot of loud noise going on in her mind space, and she may be at a crossroads or a really important decision she needs to make, but she is she is unsure. And at this time, she's got the blindfold on her that you can see where her hand is, though. It's very loose. She could easily take it off. So right now, she's just being blinded by, I think, a lot of mental chatter, a lot of mental anxiety and confusion. She wants to make a balanced decision about something. Okay. Ooh. Next card is the Three of Swords. Look at this card. For those of you that know tarot, this is my favorite Three of Swords card. You can see the absolute agony and just desolation of this girl from this heartbreak. I love how it has the strings and how it's unraveling. The gray and the winter tree. It's for what it is, it's a beautiful, beautiful card. I like the red as well. Because if you follow soulmates or twin flames, if you believe there's a belief that everyone's fated to have a connection with another soul, and that it's tied with a red thread. So this person has been through just absolute heartache, just completely heartbroken, separation, feeling separated from the person that they love. So you put these together so far. Sorry. And trying to do this. It's the first video I've ever done using my webcam, so it's kind of reversed from the way where I am, so I'm trying to figure this out. So obviously something happened here. There's all this, she's got a lot of mental anxiety, and her heart space is just completely shattered. So that also could definitely be why she's not sure what to choose next as well. All right, here we have the Page of Swords. Pages and Knights are probably the cards I sometimes struggle with the most energy-wise, but Page of Swords is it can be a young energy, and you can see pages tend to be linked with learning. So when I see this particular card, I see this girl, and she's tightroping across this drop here, and she's not even looking. She's totally confident. She's reading a book. She's getting information. She's got lots of ideas going on that she's thinking about. So it's interesting because here we have this all this mental kind of chatter going on. There's and here's some ideas like. I think I'm gonna do more than 3 cards. Back that up. Back this up. Thinking, is that the way? Actually, no, I think it is backwards, because usually, sorry, again, I'm trying to figure out how I do this. Okay, that's how I want it. Because what I usually do is I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll kind of read different directions. So what I'm getting so far from this is that there's some sort of decision or crossroads that needs to be made, but this person wants to have a balanced approach to that, but there's just so much mental chatter. The heart space is just in an extreme amount of pain. And then I feel like also when you're looking at it, see how this page is facing away from these two. So this could have something to do with maybe a person with this kind of younger energy that's kind of oblivious to what's going on around them in their own head, in their own world, focused on doing their own thing. Okay, so the next row, pull these back a little bit. We're just going to move this over. Okay, I've got this, the Page of Wands. And I really like this card. It's very bright. It's very fiery. Actually, if you can see, it's kind of hard to see. I guess my thing's kind of blurry, but she has salamanders on her jeans. When I see this, I just see a very happy, bright energy. This person's very happy-go-lucky, very fiery, just enjoying life. She's kind of looks like she's throwing her wand up in the air, having a little momentary celebration on something. So that comes underneath this Two of Swords. So it could be that right now this person's all up here in their head, but maybe to find a balanced decision, they should kind of maybe be trying to get in touch with their passion or kind of, the brighter energy inside themselves. The Magician. I love this one as well. I love how, he's got the magic and it's swirling into this just infinite pool here. The Magician, when it comes out, I read it as that so the Magician has a shadow side and a good side. The shadowy Magician is the person that is a trickster, sneaky. They know that they're manipulating you to their will, but not necessarily in a positive way. The light side of the Magician is I did not like the Magician card for a long time because I didn't understand it, and then I realized I'm birth chart wise, my chart's ruled by Mercury, and I have 3 Mercury placements, and the Magician's connected to Mercury. So I realized I didn't like it because I have very strong Magician energy in that I can manipulate situations and people using my words to kind of get what I want. Once I became aware of that, it became much better because now I'm very intentional with how I speak. But I definitely know that once I can visualize something that I want, I can manifest it into reality. So the Magician is a very, very strong, powerful card. It's going to end up being in the center of these cards here. So even underneath this just desolate card, you've got this bright kind of energy of, you have the power to manifest your desires and your dreams and your life the way that you want it. Could also possibly be indicating that the person that caused this heartbreak is more a shadow magician. Could have been someone that was toxic, controlling. We'll have to pull more cards to see. Oh, I love that card. This is a beautiful Ace of Cups. And I also love it because I feel like it's not, oh man, sorry, I'm trying to get this. It's not just, when I see this, it's not just about love. Usually the traditional Ace of Cups, it has the cup overflowing, right? It's about new love, renewal of love. But I love how she's holding it next to her. I look at this as also self-love. So it's kind of encompasses all of that. So it's interesting because here we have in all of these cards, this is the one that's kind of the darkest. This heartbreak is still kind of the center of it. But down here it's showing that, getting in touch with maybe childlike kind of energy, being able to manifest what you want, and, self-love, new love, all of this around this card is kind of supporting that, to come out of a place like this. You might have to do some of these things. I'm going to keep going. Okay, Knight of Cups. You can see on this one, he's very romantic. The Knight of Cups is usually, he's the romantic knight. You can see in this card, there's a little letter. It can sometimes be a romantic proposal or a message. Sometimes I get this. I mean, even if I don't actually receive it, there's someone that might be wanting to reach out and offer these things, and but just maybe is being held back, like is afraid to. And going down so far, so now I've completed these three, because I like to set, I read all three across, and then I read down, and then I kind of read it diagonal. But like looking at this way, you have the Two of Swords, and she's she's trying to figure out this decision. Well, maybe the decision has to do with this new person coming in. She's had her heart really broken by someone that was kind of, maybe selfish, self-absorbed. So, but she has a fire. She has a passion for this person, but she's unsure if she should go in that direction. Oh, yeah, definitely one of my favorite lovers cards of all time. Just, the heat and the passion and the desire just radiating from this card. Can you tell I love this deck just a little bit? Wow. So look at how it counters this. That's really interesting. It's like, and I almost feel, I usually with this deck, what comes out is deeper soul type connections. But I definitely get a really deep connection energy, especially with this row. Like there's the Magician in the middle of it, and is the Magician the guy? Is it the girl? Is it both? Maybe they're both trying to manipulate and manifest what they want. Clearly, though, there's a lot of desire and passion here. Let's do the last card. Just throw it down. Oh, 10 of Cups. Look at that one. Happy home, happy family, the rainbow. It's so beautiful. So what's interesting to me is all these cards are actually pretty, nice cards. This is really the only one that's kind of like, but I feel like as I'm looking at this upside down, so I'm kind of looking at it in here as well, so I can read it. So looking at it kind of as a whole, I almost feel like even though this one's in the center, I still feel like it's like maybe there was some sort of trauma that caused this deep hurt. But around it or from it, you can get to this place of this happiness. So let me look here. So kind of talked about maybe, so going down here, making a balanced decision. There's maybe some passion for this person. Maybe this person has already offered something and trying to make a balanced decision about it. If I read this one down, we've got this, really sad, desolate, broken heart, Magician. So some sort of manifestation, manipulation, whether good or bad. Almost like the sense I'm getting looking at it on the screen, it is kind of almost like a puppet type, like this person's sitting there and kind of, manipulating it the way he wants it. But I'm getting kind of a darker vibe from this one with that. And like the lovers down here is just so intense and passionate. I feel like that's what has led to, I'm still processing here, because then this side, reading down, lots of fresh ideas, lots of stuff, being up in the head space here, kind of oblivious to what's around you. But Ace of Cups and 10 of Cups, like this person, I feel like it's like transitioning maybe from this place into this column. So trying to find the right path to bring balance and happiness kind of back into your life. Because in the middle, I feel like there was this very strong, dark, deep connection with the person that might have been toxic, and it's led to this. But on either side of it, we have these cards that are showing, like, maybe on this one it's like, okay, you're unsure what to do, so you have all these ideas going on in your head. Trust your heart. Trust that your heart's going to lead you where it needs to go, and definitely you need to have self-love before you can give love to someone else. Find some passion, some happiness, find something to put your energy and your passion into. And I almost feel like these rows, it's almost like a calmer, sweeter, more balanced love versus the heat. I mean, extreme passion's great, but if you have a raging fire, it's not going to last versus having like an ember that burns slow and steady. If that makes sense. And then going this way, so here's our girl, not really sure what to do, trying to find the middle path through manifesting, through visualizing. So up here, there's all this chatter. If she can clear this out, like there's all these thoughts going on, if she can clear it out and sort of hone in on that one idea and get clear about it and visualize what it is that she wants, then she does have the power to manifest that and to manipulate the environment and do what she needs to be able to get to that point. And I almost feel like with this, and with what I'm seeing in here, I feel like at this time, this person needs to this is about the self-love. That this isn't going to come from another person. Like maybe they feel like, well, if I'm with someone else, that's how I find this satisfaction. But that's not true. If you're not satisfied and grateful for what you have without someone, and if you're not complete without someone, then you can never be really in a relationship with someone else that is peaceful and good like this, right? Because if you have one person that's incomplete trying to find completeness in the other, it doesn't work. It's like trying to force two puzzle pieces that won't fit. And I always like to look at it, speaking of puzzle pieces, an analogy I use is like, if I'm a person and here's me and here's the person I like, we both by ourselves are complete puzzles. And when we come together, we can take our own complete puzzles and combine them together to make it even bigger. But it's not like I'm half a puzzle and you're half a puzzle and together we're whole. It's like, no, we each have our own complete puzzles that when put together just make a bigger, beautiful picture. I kind of like that. Reading it diagonally this way, I see young energy here, right? I got page and I've got knight. So this young kind of energy with the magician in the middle. I feel like this person got tricked a little bit. That's what I'm feeling out of this, is that this person came in and kind of blinded her with passion and, maybe like a little bit of like, I'm romantic, but this is not the King of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. So he may be romantic and idealistic, but Page of Swords is very rash and, can be very inconsistent. So I feel like this younger person came in and put the blindfold on this person here, which led to this just devastation because there was so much passion. But to be able to now, let all this go, you need to find that inner peace and that love for yourself and heal yourself and forgive yourself and forgive the other person. And just forgiveness is always is the key, because forgiveness is not about the other person, and forgiveness is not saying you have to forget what happened. Holding on to anger and hate for another person doesn't hurt them. It just hurts yourself. So when you get to a point where you can forgive yourself for staying in that situation, for feeling like you let yourself be fooled, for anything attached to that, when you can truly forgive yourself and realize I'm a human, I'm going to make a mistake. We all make mistakes. And they're not even mistakes. We all have to learn lessons. That's what life is you learn your lesson. Hopefully you level up, move on to the next one, right? And so to totally lost my train of thought right there. Oh, so forgiving yourself, but then forgiving the other person as well. Because you know, if another person is coming at you, another person hurts you, they're living from their own hurts and their trauma and their wounds and their perspective, right? So I know that sometimes it's really easy to take things personally. Like if someone's rude to you or someone is doing something to you, it's easy to take it personally and think, well, what am I doing wrong? But it's not you. It's the other person. We are all coming out of our own, living out of our own perceptions, right? So when you learn how to truly just forgive another person because you realize that, you know, okay, you throw a stone in a pond and here are the little ripples. When you learn how to forgive, instead of just being stuck on these little ripples of, oh, this person hurt me, why did they hurt me, they're bad, you can start seeing the ripples that go out to the edge of the pond and think, well, what in his or her life hurt them so bad that they would then, you know, treat people the way they treated me. Like you can look at it from that kind of bigger perspective, and that can maybe help you start to understand and forgive and realize that, you know, that you can forgive yourself, because we're all, when we have 100% complete faith that we trust the universe, that we trust our intuition, that we absolutely know everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, when it's supposed to happen, then life does, it just sort of falls into place. And I've always, from, you know, an early age, even in high school when I was going through stuff, I very quickly realized that no matter what I'm going through, when I'm going through something difficult at the time, even while I'm going through it, I will remind myself there is a reason for this. I may not know what that reason is until next year or 10 years from now, but eventually I will be able to look back on it and go, oh yeah, that's what that is. So that's kind of what I try to remember, especially if you're in any kind of situation where you feel like someone's taking advantage of you, or, you know, you feel like you're letting them. You're just, you know, if you follow your intuition and you follow what your heart and your gut, your soul is saying, then you can't go wrong. There's reasons to why you're going through that. So I'm going to pull the top card. This is going to be kind of the overall. Oh, look at that. Empress. Sorry, the light's kind of glaring. Okay, so I like the thing I like about this Empress is that, yes, she has the pregnant type belly because the Empress, right, is the mother figure, represents fertility. But I love how it's the earth. It's like more Mother Earth in this one. Empress is actually one of the cards that energy-wise I struggle with the most. I am very High Priestess, Queen of Swords, kind of can detach from emotions, tend to follow my intuition. I'm not, and I am a mom, I'm a single mom, but I'm not very motherly, right? Like I don't have that natural, overly like nurturing, loving type of energy that the Empress has. This is something that I've had to actually work. Same with, and I kind of feel like the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles are very closely tied together. They both really love the earth, like, you know, nature, gardening, being the mom, having their family. Yeah, Empress and Queen of Pentacles has taken a very long time for me to integrate at least some of their energy into me, because I am naturally High Priestess, Queen of Swords. Then I would say I'm Queen of Wands because I'm very fiery and passionate and like to talk a lot. Then underneath the fire and like the air, the detachment, I do have emotions, but it's really hard to bring them out of me and really hard to get into the space where I'll feel them for you, so to speak. So, and then Empress and Queen of Pentacles are my hardest too. But the Empress is all about abundance, and abundance is not having everything you want, it's wanting what you've got, right? Being grateful for everything that you currently have in your life, and truly under like being grateful and realizing what I have is enough. If you get more, great, but what you have, you know, you have to be grateful and appreciative and be okay with it, where you are and what you have. And then from that place, the Empress brings you abundance. If you live from a place of love and, helping others and giving to others with expecting nothing in return, just to do it because it's the right thing to do, it's a good thing to do, then you get it back so much more, right? It's interesting too, because this card and this card, like the Empress is about birthing ideas, creativity, and there's a lot of ideas being held right here. And this could also go down the line, maybe ideas on your viewpoint of what is love. Love's clearly not going to be this stuff, right? Being like, tricked by someone, right? Or so what exactly is love? And the Empress too is a reminder of that mothering, nurturing, loving relationship, loving energy. So maybe I feel like it's also saying here, you really need to love yourself and be nurturing to yourself and take care of yourself. One of the hardest things for people to get is you can't take care of other people if you don't take care of yourself first. And there's a lot of people, they're like, oh, no, wait. But you're on an airplane, plane starts going down. You put your mask on before anyone else's. You cannot, if I'm not taking care of myself and I'm really sick, how am I going to take care of my child? If I'm physically weak and can't do it, right? So the Empress is also a reminder of self-love and nurturing and care and making sure that your energy, your heart space, your mind space, your soul, everything is kind of in an alignment, so you then can take care of others and share that with other people. And then I'm going to pull underneath here. This is the hidden, some sort of hidden, I'll say like hidden influence. It's kind of maybe like that we don't know. So here's Justice. Okay. So Justice is a card of balance. We got the double scales here. It's a card of karma. You reap what you sow. Judgment, of course, is the bigger version of that. But Justice is all about really thinking about the consequences of actions. So it comes up, one, to tell you, hey, whatever, it's a reminder right now, like to remember every action that you choose to do has a consequence, and to think about the farther reaching ripples of the pond consequences, right? When making decisions. And then it's also about balance. And it's also about justice is going to be served in this situation. So if this person really was kind of the sneaky, not so great one, guess what? His justice is going to be served, and he's going to get some bad karma heading his way. If this person was the one that, genuinely was a good person and doing the right thing, then she's going to get the good karma. She's going to justice. But if this person is, not being truthful, whatever it is, when justice comes up and it says justice is being served, you have to think, what side are you on? Which side are you on? Are you on the side of right, and what are you doing the right thing? Are you doing being honest and having your morals, or are you down here on this kind of darker, shadowy side? Because whatever side you're on, you're going to reap what you sow. Okay, so that kind of counters the Empress over here. We have this, wait. Sorry, it just looks so backwards from how I usually have it. You know what it is, I think? That's what it is. That's the way I usually have it when it's facing me. Maybe. Yes. Okay, so the last thing I like to do is I like to take these cards, and I like to ask for the universe or spirit to give me 3 cards and just kind of give me overall just advice. What do I need to know right now? Just in general, in life. So there's the first one. I'm going to put this here for now. Here's the second one. Oh. And the last one. And then, I don't know, I just tend to flip this over too. So the message from Spirit, I have Queen of Wands. I love this Queen of Wands. I love the candles. I love the happiness, the brightness. For me personally, this is one of my manifestation cards, Magician, this one, and then there's another one in the deck. But when I see this come up and I see all these candles, for me, it's a reminder that if there's something, a goal I'm working towards or something I want to manifest, light candles. Candles are a great way to send your intentions out into the universe and to manifest what you want. I just love her. She's just very bright energy, very happy. Also, she's got all this fire around her, but see how she's just sitting in it calmly. She's got the wand, like, she's triumphant. She's very confident in herself, right? Very opposite, these younger energies. This person she's a very confident queen. Which I think this speaks to this. And this can be, this is energy, right? Queen does not mean girl or boy, gender. It's energy. It's the feminine energy of, the king versus the queen. But whoever this is, this person in general is someone that is joyful and very, very secure in themselves. They know how to harness their passion and their fire and kind of share it out. It almost looks like she's giving it out into the world, right? And actually she's got, I never noticed that. She's a little flame in her hand. I just now realized that. So you learn things, it's hard to see. Right there. There's like a little tiny flame even in her hand that she's harnessing. And it's like, that's a beautiful card. I feel like this is the energy of the person that has gone through this. Because here, this fits very nicely right here. So this is the devil card. Oh, I'm not going to lie. It's like my favorite devil card of all time. He is so hot. I'm just going to say it. It's very hot. Even though he's the puppeteer, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'd gladly be the puppet for that one, which I think we all have been at one time, right? No, so the devil, you've got this bright, vibrant energy, and then look at this, and then you've got this devil card coming in. And I think that for a while there, she was kind of overshadowed. Sorry. But I feel like this definitely goes here. It's kind of linking this darker magician energy and this like almost toxic, too much. It's too much relationship, right? That's led to all this whole middle row. And I think that I feel like this one goes right here, actually. It's a reminder to the person whose heart was broken, like you have this fire and this passion in you, and you have the ability to harness it and to spread light to the world, and you do spread light to the world. And I think when you're in this kind of space, it's so dark, you forget that even if you're have this on the inside, you can still on the outside try to shine light to other people, and by doing so, they're going to shine light back to you, which can then probably let the light into this and slowly get you out of it. Well, that was a good download. And then I have the Three of Pentacles. So this one's interesting because it's related to work. It's supposed to be like teamwork, cooperation. Sometimes in the traditional deck, it talks about it's recognition for your work. I like it better in this deck because Three of Pentacles for me a lot of times comes up and it literally has no correlation to anything going on in my life that I can see. But I like this one because it's a family. And what I find interesting in this is that him and her are connected. It's hard to see, but hold on, I'm trying to look here and see. Because I'm trying to, sorry, it's not very light in here. Because there's this red cord that comes up into the center. Okay, the red cord comes up in the center, and then he's got this green one that's coming down. But the little girl doesn't have any yarn at all. So it's interesting because I see this and I definitely see teamwork. I definitely see cooperation. I see creating something beautiful together. I see family. It could be that, these two are soul connected and that this is, their child, which all three, yes, are a family, but they also have their own connection. This could be a step child or, there's all kinds. This one has a lot of different interpretations too, but I kind of feel like I think it goes here. There's this Ace of Cups and then this family card because I kind of feel like what I'm getting right now about it is that family is who you choose. So I was adopted before I was born. So my whole life, family's never been blood to me. I've always been a believer that families who you choose, if I'm blood related to someone and they are horrible and toxic, I'm not keeping them in my life. No. But if they, where, I have some friends that are just amazing, beautiful people that are definitely more family to me than than family would be, right? So I kind of feel like this is a reminder that family is who you choose. It's, what you make of it. And if you can love yourself and forgive others, you can get into this space of happy home, and you can create the dream and the family and the love that you want that works for you. That's going to be happier. And then the last card here, the Four of Cups, is the card of kind of apathy. Like, look, I have this stuff. I kind of actually the other day came up with, it's kind of the spoiled, in my opinion, it's like a spoiled child card. Okay, actually, here, I'm going to do this because I want to pull it without looking at the next one. It's like a spoiled child card. It's like, oh, well, I have all this right here, but I'm really bored with it. I don't really want it. It's like children these days, like my son, like, oh, I'm so bored. I only have an Xbox and a Switch and toys and like a phone and a million things, but I'm bored, right? That's kind of the energy I take off the Four of Cups. It's just, oh, life's so boring. But look, there's this rainbow. There's this amazing, amazing, amazing bright rainbow right there, if you would just turn and see it. And it's almost like this person is just like, can't handle this. And so you put this here. Right. Boom! Look at that. That's that light. That's the light that this person has the potential of sharing with the world. And I feel like this person was like it's reversed. On this side going, psh, nah, I don't want that. I can't handle that. I can't handle that light. So I need to dim it. I need to come in and I need to overshadow it, because it is too bright. Because I can't handle this rainbow. I need it to be darker. That's what that is. That's what that's telling me. So overall, I just feel like no matter what's happened, the ultimate message of this is you. This is your energy. You have the potential to be a bright light and just love and just light to everyone that you come in contact with. And don't let anyone, pull dim that or pull that away from you. Be that light. And even if you're in this dark, which I've been here a lot, I'm here a lot of the time. Bipolar, I suffer from depression. Even when you're down in that dark pit, try to shine light or look for light. Even the littlest things around you, start letting those cracks, start letting the light in through the cracks, and then eventually you'll be able to come out of it and be restored to your awesome full self. Well, I hope you liked this. This is the very first live reading I've put on YouTube. So let me know in comments if you liked it, didn't like it, if you have any questions or if you have any requests. This is Moonfire Magic signing off. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And my